Today's a very special episode of Anime4All because Game Hunter, or Alternate Visuals as he goes by now, is going to do his world famous Kermit T. Frog impression. No, he's just being modest. Take it away. You didn't even do it. You barely did anything. You did like 3 words. Kermit T. Frog here. Not that easy, P3. Why is that? Why is that? Right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's pretty good at it. Uh huh. That's what I'm watching that too. Hmm. He's just biding his time. Yeah. What's sun pearl? I thought the sunstone was used. What's the sun pearl? The sun seed. Wasn't that already destroyed? I thought they used that to bring back the wings of the dragon. Oh. Hmm. Sounds like there's like what, four arch dragons left? And how many arch dragons are there? Soul Regan, Zim's mother, the water one. Is it the Earth Guide? Is an Earth Dragon? That's Soul Regan, I think. The one that lives in the cave thing, right? That's Soul Regan. So the bite of an arch dragon is the only thing that can kill a star touched elf that we know of, as well as like other star touched elves apparently. Um, what? The bite? I thought it was the bite of an arch dragon. Hmm. Hmm. I don't remember. I let you go on your tangent and I gave up. That's all right. Erebos. Well, the pearl can't happen now. How do you figure that staff represents dark magic, though? Do you think Claudia left that staff there on purpose? Mhm. Mhm. I think that staff was left there on purpose to tempt him over to the dark side. If he does it again, they can't go back though, remember? Yeah. When they healed him, filled up the gap, they said, "This is all right. We've restored you, but if we can't do it again, like if you go to the dark side again, you're stuck there. The corruption will stay with you." Yeah. Hmm. Right. I don't even understand Claudia anymore. I don't understand her motive for any of this now. But I understood what she wanted for a while. Hmm. I guess I could kind of see it. I didn't see that. I saw Claudia as having a definite advantage the whole time. I think she was in control of him. She was trying to beat him without killing him. What do you mean by that? Hmm. Watching their wizards battle was pretty fun. Yeah. Hmm. I when we were watching it, I looked over at Jesse and I said he totally could just stand up anytime he wanted to right now. Accidentally got up a little bit too much and freaked everybody out. Yeah. Uh huh. I wonder if you can tell Ezrin's magical too. Ezrin has a little magic in himself, his ability to communicate with animals. It's easy to forget about that ability of his. Yeah, it's easy to forget it though. It's easy to forget that he can do it, even if you know it. Like, hmm hmm What? Hang on a second. I want to rewatch that because I do have something to say about that second. Hang on. Isn't that the Dragon King? Yeah. Look at the scene again. No, it wasn't destroyed. No. Yeah. The eye that opens is Zim's father, except they corrupted it with dark magic somehow. hmm Exactly. Yep. Hmm. It's pretty hardcore. I don't. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, totally. We have two more episodes. I don't know. He looks pretty evil when his eye opens. Yeah.
It could hear you just fine, I believe. But me, you're talking to yourself.
What are you talking about?
I just realized that apparently OBS hadn't been, using my microphone, but I could hear you just fine. I think. Say something.
Something.
Yeah, they could hear you just fine. You were talking to yourself, basically. uh I get older, yet things stay the same. That's what I get for trying to like modernize, not modernize, but like organize my computer desk in a way that allows there to be more space. Literally, like, decided to adhere my USB hub to the side of my desk. But in order for me to do that, I had to take out all the connections in it. And apparently, my computer could tell even though it was off when those connections come out.
Yeah,
Oh boy. Oh well. Well, we talked a lot about Dragon Prince there, and probably none of my commentary was heard, but yours was. So we're just gonna stick with that.
that's
Uh,
not a lot. You
listen.
always talk a lot more than I do.
I wish I had subtitles. Ah, that was my bad. I should have checked to see if OBS was gonna do that to me, because I knew beforehand that it would, but I thought I had checked that before. Oh well, it is what it is. It would just be the episode that's like only Twitch and it'll never go on my YouTube channel. Uh,
Are we done with Dragon Prince now?
you have anything more to add? Oh,
I guess so.
I forgot something. During
What?
the sun seed, because like the queen wanted to actually destroy it, apparently the one that they currently have, but apparently only a mage can, and apparently her brother is the only one that can. I thought that was intriguing.
And he refuses to do it.
At first I don't know if he's gonna still continue with this, with this, but right now, yes, he is not gonna do it. But I thought that was intriguing that apparently like there's no mage more powerful than him. I thought that was an interesting little detail they decided. It's like, oh, I guess now she can't kill him. I guess in a way that she can grant him amnesty that way, trick him into doing a good deed and grant him amnesty that way.
Yeah, he seems like he's just going to be nonstop trouble, though.
Yeah, I would love to know what happened to him. Because I mean, we're not gonna find out. We got 2 episodes left. I'm not gonna waste it on that, but it's good if something happened to him. Because he said, "I saw, you have your thoughts. I have what I know."
Right.
I guess that's about it. Again, I can more say. Well, what? Oh yeah, Soul Reagan being. I guess I forgot that Soul Reagan had a sweet tooth when Rayla's other father decided to bring a sweet from the Silver Grove.
And apparently, it doesn't have to be a dragon-sized portion. It just needs to be any amount of sweet, and it's enough to draw the dragon out of its lair. I
Well, I
like
mean,
how they break the little wall a little bit there, and he's looking at the sweet, and you can see it dancing in his eyes like a little cartoon character.
yeah, just I thought that was kind of cute because like really, you
Hmm.
and Caleb, you and Callum see this jelly thing and then start having a dancing vision in your brain. Okay. Oh wow, I just saw Rigum in this in Dragon King. He never got a chance to like finish his fight with him. He definitely won't miss this opportunity. That is insane, though. I guess there's not much more to add. It's just now you told me that was the Dragon King, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
I wonder, like, what is Erebos' plan for him then? Cause that's an insane thing to do, to bring back the Dragon King. But okay, I guess with that, I don't really have much more to add.
And it's a cliffhanger. We're gonna have to see what happens,
Mm-hmm. I wonder where this like Dragon Fang sword thing that Callum was looking for at first, but then couldn't find it. Erebos made it sound like that it was within Zadia somewhere.
Hmm.
Like specifically that, because I mean, it was apparently whoever had it before is related to Ezra, and I was like, oh, well, we got confirmation there too about that. Okay, with that, we can move on to Kenshin really quick, and then move on to Daima also really quick. Um, Kenshin was an interesting. Whoa, hello. Kenshin was also a really interesting episode here. Beginning episode, like Kenshin thought he had killed him. Apparently, and this is something that they kind of just kind of let slide by a little bit. Even though it's kind of important. That ultimate technique that Kenshin learned, it can kill somebody even with using the reverse blade. But apparently, at least Kenshin's blade in particular, it was able to read Kenshin not wanting to kill, and apparently...
we now have a sentient blade.
No, I don't think it's a sentient blade. I just think that, according to the way he explained it, the way the sword was made, it allowed Kenshin's hand to subconsciously, because Kenshin doesn't want to kill, and he's been keeping that vow in his mind ever since. I suspect that Kenshin's subconscious kind of stepped in a little bit and like lessened the power or speed of the sword strike. Even though we all till us it didn't look any different, but I mean it must have, because all it did was like put a dent in his master, and then he just fainted. So apparently, though, according to him, like the sword strike was meant to kill because he should be dead, but he didn't kill because Kenshin subconsciously did something which allowed this sword strike to not be as strong. But now, no, well, like Kenshin's now got to learn how to use this technique and utilize it to its full effectiveness without killing anybody. This is Kenshin's like next, I guess next directive. Like that's kind of cool that Kenshin learned a move that, well, I guess not cool. It's interesting that Kenshin learned a move that can in fact kill even with his Sakamoto.
He could kill with his Sakamoto anyway if he really wanted to.
Not with the way that they were talking about how the sword works. Because it's not like Kenshin like holds back when he's fighting anybody. What?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's holding back. That's why he's not killing people with the Sakamoto.
No, I don't think he is.
You can beat someone with a club, so you can kill someone with a club easily. Sakamoto is just as blunt weapon damage as a club would be.
But like swords, samurais, what? Samurai swords, yeah, I guess samurai.
It's not a Nerf sword, dude. It's a metal sword.
Technically speaking, it is a Nerf sword. The sharp end that kills people is on the opposite side.
Right, and that can cut through cannonballs, but like the blunt side is still blunt force damage.
But you have to beat somebody over the head with it. Kenshin doesn't do that. He still operates.
Right, I'm saying if he wanted to, and I can't believe we're having this like it's a debate. I'm saying that if he wanted to, he could kill somebody with the blunt side of that weapon.
I don't know. I mean, this may sound like I'm just trying to be the opposite. Like, no, like I mean, legitimately, I was like, I don't know.
He could pick up a stick and kill somebody with it. And it doesn't have any blunt. It doesn't have any sharp side.
No, that's the sharp side. The pointy side. The sharp end of the stick.
Sticks don't always have sharp sides, do they?
I feel like, well, for the most part, I think they can. I mean, you remove the branches and there's a pointy end there.
If you say so.
Because the thing is, like, if we're talking about the battle side, then yes, for sure. But Kenshin's Kenshin. Kenshin is not the manslayer, so I don't think Kenshin can kill somebody with that. The manslayer personality, yes, but that's not him. I hate them getting into hypotheticals here. I get this is my fault. I take full responsibility. I mean, all that being said, I guess in theory, I guess he still could. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the the not the hypocrisy, but like the hypotheticals of the Kenshin world. But Kenshin causes a cave in to his master's body, his sternum, and then Kenshin has almost a midlife crisis in the middle of the forest where nobody can find him. Well, not midlife crisis, but he has like a crisis of life, and he's like, I killed him. No. And at first he says like, I couldn't kill him. It's a blunt sword. It's like, and then he's like, wait, he's not moving. He decides to go and like bring his master's body. Leaves both his blades out there in the middle of the woods. I'm surprised nobody came across them and took them with him. But
well, it's not like a high traffic area or anything.
The people in this area aren't normal though. They'll go anywhere. I mean, Shisho's nearby. Like, I don't know where his cave is, but I'm pretty sure it's not that far.
And they just can't wait to steal this sword.
I mean, hey, if it's a way to get Kenshin to fight them seriously, then yeah. But Kenshin, leaves his blades on the ground and takes his master's body to his house, lays him down, and he's like, I'll give him this medicine that he gave me when I couldn't stop laughing and uncontrolled and almost died. When I first heard that, I was kind of shocked. I was like, he said he ate a mushroom and he couldn't stop laughing. I was like, huh, weird. And he gave him medicine to help out with that, and then he gives that medicine to his master, and then the Kenshin just falls asleep, in the house, dreaming about all the people that that he left down in Kyoto down there, Kaoru being one of them. And so while he's doing that, I guess the rest of the episode is like get to know a little bit more about like the 10 swords, and again, I'm forgetting characters. They're really quick.
The little guy with the long whiskers, the old man one, that seems to be controlling that giant thing outside.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of the Trigun. What were they called from episode 2? Remember, there would be like a little one riding a big one.
I'm sorry, I really actually don't remember. A little one riding a big one, like a little guy mounting a big guy.
Maybe it's episode 3 that I'm thinking of, not 2. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what they're called. The Nebraskas.
Okay, Google.
A Nebraska family. I'll throw it in Discord.
I looked them up already.
The picture of what I'm specifically thinking of. It reminds me of that.
I think I saw. That's a disturbing image.
The one I sent you?
Well, they're not really there. I saw some images already about them. I'm like,
the big giants are basically mindless and can't do anything on their own. And then the little old guy controls them and tells it what to do. And then there's a female version too in the Nebraska family where there's a giant woman and a little woman controls it.
kind of like mini Gundams.
Yeah, really. It reminded me of that though.
I mean, not saying you're wrong. I definitely know that that archetype. I'm not sure what they call them, but I know they existed in a lot of anime. There's just there's like a little guy or woman, whatever, controlling a big behemoth, and it's like either in some cases they're brothers, some cases they're step siblings, some cases it's a scientist who controls a big guy. I don't know the case with this dude. He gives off like scientist, but also he might know a little bit of kung fu or whatever. He kind of gives off like old master vibes.
Yeah, he does.
We come back to Shishio's little lair. His caretaker, the woman, is like wondering where I've got the guy who never stops smiling's name. But he shows up. Apparently, he went to go get some candy or whatever, and he had apparently been like away from the cave for 3 weeks or a week. And she got really upset because she's like wondering where he was. It's kind of interesting. These two kind of have like I guess a kind of close relationship. She like kind of hides behind him once Usui, the blind turtle hermit dude, shows up, and they're painting him like he's gonna be trouble for some reason. I'm not sure what that's about. Like the dude with the spear, who's like blind apparently. You can see into your soul.
He wants to kill the boss.
Was that stated somewhere that was his goal?
Yeah. In the last episode, not in this one.
I think I remember that, but okay. Thinking what I know, I'm always forgetting things. Because speaking of things, I'm forgetting.
It wasn't subtle. It was like a big plot point.
I don't remember seeing him in the last episode. He's got a distinct look, but maybe I just don't not remembering the entire episode all the way. But like yeah, him being one of like the tin swords. And then we meet him a little bit and he's like wondering what he was doing. We learn later on that he's apparently gathering ships and getting ready to set sail. But like, I do like that Usui wasn't being fooled about like what he was actually doing outside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Man, was his eyes burned out or something, or cut out? Because like there's like gouged marks on the edge of his eyelids. Whether that guy walks away. Was it right after he walks out? Hold up, just check really quick. I think it is because like we go to the next room and then we see the room focusing on there's a character that looks like it's a woman and apparently it is a woman. But actually, what I want to say is I'm always forgetting characters. I noticed that this is the third character I completely forgot, and it's also a woman, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember this character, and I remember this character specifically because this was the first introduction, at least in my case, of a trans character. And if I remember correctly, I remember not knowing there was a term for that a long time ago, but I remember seeing her and was like, "What's the deal? Why are they calling her a dude? That doesn't look like a dude." I'm like, why are they calling this a male? But like, yeah, I think I remember reading somewhere later on that apparently that was an introduction of a trans character.
Oh, cool.
So like she's in love with Shishio, but it looks like he may have a thing for the other. I don't even know her name. Tagomi or whatever her name is, like the actual, the one that he's seen with a lot, giving him baths and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is. He sounds like she might be in love with him, and he may not share. Oh, his name is Shoujo. The guy is never stops smiling. Shoujo. I find it interesting too. I think also you can tell that it might be a dude based on her voice. Beyond her voice kind of gets a little bit deep when she's speaking a little bit, but then it kind of just goes back to being feminine again. I think it's actually done on purpose.
See, I barely pay attention to the actual voices because they're not in English. Just like, and then I read to see what's actually being said.
Yeah, you never. I kind of started trying to pay it because like a lot of the modern anime, some of the voice actors from other shows are starting to bleed into other shows, and I was like, oh, I didn't know this was happening. I could never tell because I wasn't paying attention to voices in Japanese. I could tell immediately in English, but I could never tell in Japanese. So I kind of wanted to start listening to voices a little bit. So I started picking up on things like that now. Unfortunately, that one, I think I might just be imagining it for all I know. But I feel like it definitely got deeper at some point. But that might have just been the voice actor doing it on purpose. Who knows? For all I know, the voice actor might have been trans too, but I don't know. But yeah, this is the instance. Like, I never knew there was a term for this back in high school, so like I didn't know that was trans was the term. But yeah, that's what she is. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I only picked up on that later. I kind of find it funny that like it seems like Kamatari, I think is her name. She, it seems like the other woman is like seems bothered that she has a crush on Shisho, and she's like, I'll never lose to a man like you, and it's like you seem very bothered that she might have a chance. It's like to me, that's what it seems like to me. There's this rivalry going on with this guy, and it seems like she's bothered that she might have a chance. Like she seems really awfully bothered, but that's kind of cool that they introduced that kind of character so early on in anime history. At least within this anime, I think there might have been characters like her in other anime that just no one knew what you would call them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and your friend, the guy with the whiskers, Elder Saisuchi. Man, that's disturbing. What's up with this show and really weird looking people?
I don't know. What's up with your mom and really weird looking people?
What?
So what's up with your mom and really weird looking people?
Are you calling my dad weird?
Your mom?
No, you said what's up with your mom and weird looking people. I'm like, you calling my dad weird? That's I feel like that's what's implied there.
No, it was a your mom joke.
He's got one beady eye and then one not so beady eye.
Oh really?
No, not
you talking about your dad now?
No, I'm going back to the anime. Dang it. Talk about the anime. This guy, Saichi's got is really weird. He also looks like he doesn't sleep or whatever. I don't know what those red bags are synonymous with. He's also really short. I think this guy might be like 4'1".
If that.
4'5".
No way. 3'8" maybe.
I don't think. Would that mean he's a dwarf?
Why not?
I'm just asking. I mean, I don't know.
It would add to the irony of the dwarf and the giant, right?
I guess you're right. Dang it.
I mean, poetically, he should be a dwarf.
I mean, this show doesn't shy away from weird looking people. This guy Saichi seems to have like he seems to think he's like, it's not inferiority complex. It's like I'm not sure what you call it. I know they call it something like he superiority complex, I guess. He thinks he's like superior to everybody else in the room. He causes like discount Alucard over there to walk over.
Mm-hmm.
Causes him to speak, and then the guy, his giant weapon, I guess that would be his sword. Though it seems like that giant is a part of the group because they're counting him as a member of the 10 Swords.
Are they counting the two of them as a member of the 10 Swords, or are those two counted as two members?
I think they're counted as two members because when they pan over, I think if they were counting them as one, whenever they pull them together, they would be in the same square, I believe. Like no, when they were calling their names out, because that giant has a name. I think his name is Fuji.
That would track.
Dang it.
What?
No, I just caught on to the name.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just like, oh, cool name. Cool beans. Oh, shoot. See here. Anju still being like the purveyor of peace. Something's gonna happen with him. I'm not sure what it is. But they all everybody from the 10 Swords is all gathered now, and they're like talking like they're standing in front of Shisho, and Shisho's like, "We're missing Cho for unexpected reasons." It's like he's in jail right now. Interesting. Now to think about it, like Kamatari is the only woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe not. I take that back because like the caretaker is considered one too.
Except that she could be a trans, so she could be like born a man.
I mean, I was talking about. I got confused. Now I know commentary is biologically male. I'm talking about the caretaker woman. I think she's counted as one too. The one that is always standing next to Shishio and taking care of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think she's counted as one. Let me go back really quick. Sword of the Heaven Shojuro, Great Scythe Kamatari, Lion's Sword Usui, Caretaker Yumi. I don't know if that means she's a 10 sword, but like she's included in like the roll call.
Yeah. Maybe she's a 10 sword then.
Did you just say finally?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said finally. Oh, jeez.
You said I said what?
I think you said finally for some reason. I don't know why you said it.
Oh no, I didn't say finally.
But look, she's included. She's in the roll call. I don't know why she would be in the roll call if she wasn't a part of the group. Which kind of makes me think now that that's happening, maybe Karo is gonna be included in the fighting group. Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense. I mean, like, I don't like. I mean, this isn't to be rude, but I don't think she could take on. I don't think she could take on the small dwarf dude. Maybe she could. I don't know.
Now you're just being sexist.
That's not being. That's not. No, that's not. No. No. No.
She's
No.
she
No. 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 That's not what I'm trying to. No. No. Dang it. Just said anything. Moving on. Bright King Anji.
You're going to offend our viewer from Brazil.
All-knowing Hoji. Ogre Iwanbo. I'm guessing he's supposed to look like an ogre. He just looks really dumb.
Awful. I know, he's awful. Is he going to turn out to be any good?
I don't know. I don't remember. I thought he was a frog when I saw him. Free Flight Henya. Huh?
Okay.
And Hagan Yin Saizuchi. And Hagan Yan Fuji. Yeah, he's counted as like a separate member. Weirdly enough. Though you think he wouldn't be, considering that it seems like he only really moves or whatever when this dude over here tells him to move.
I should have been counting how many people that was.
You can count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 outside. Yep. Cho would be number.
In jail.
Cho, yeah, Cho's in jail right now, so that's 10. So I guess that would mean Yumi is a part of like the group. Then that's interesting.
So this is gonna suck to try to describe it because I can't think of his name. But the guy that's like just says he cares about nothing but killing Batusai. The guy that like has been like kind of like a frenemy of theirs throughout this stuff.
You talking Shinomori?
You know, Shinomori, is that it?
The guy with the 2 swords in one sheath?
Yeah.
And the guy who used to lead the Oniwaban gang? If that's what you're talking about, yeah, what about him?
I thought he was one of the swords for a little while, but apparently he's not.
Yeah, they didn't name him in the group. But I think
he's there too because
yeah,
they turn around and he's standing around the corner a little bit.
Yeah, I think Shisho said he didn't want him in the group anyway because he was an unpredictable factor.
And
what
about the guy that's trying to kill him and blind? You'd think that'd be an unpredictable thing, but okay.
Maybe Shisho's aware of him.
He is.
I mean, like, it's clear these guys don't get along anyway when they're in the same room. It's that whole, like, there's a group of powerful fighters. They don't like each other, so they only ever gather together when they're required to by their leader.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, Kamatari and Yumi both have an issue with each other. And it's like, And it's only, and it really is, it was made evident when Yumi walked in the room with Shojiro, and she was like, she just had this really weird look in her face. I was like, oh, she doesn't like her. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, Shishio like confirmed his plan to burn Kyoto is like 11:59 tomorrow night. So I guess next episode things are gonna get lit. But I am not sorry. I guess like a little quick thing. I kind of like how they kind of give a little bit of humanity to the people working for Shishio. Some of the guys like working in the as ninja minions are like, at least one guy used to live in Kyoto. He doesn't think the government is being fair and whatnot, which is kind of funny considering where we are right now in our times. Not getting to that, but his mother is off living by herself somewhere. His father died, so it's kind of interesting to see like, okay, some of the people who are living in Kyoto don't want to don't like where Kyoto's going right now.
We've got 1 minute left, and we haven't even touched Dragon Ball.
I'm trying to. I don't think there's much more to say. Kenshin gets the AOK from his master and heads back, and that's pretty much where that ends. He tries to give Kenshin the shoulder pads, and Kenshin's like, no, that's not my style.
It's a funny moment when they show him picturing himself wearing them.
Yeah, I've been picturing him with that for a while now, and I thought it was kind of funny. I knew it was never going to happen, but it was just funny to picture.
Yeah.
And that is that. At least that's what I want to say on there. Like, Misao kind of like tries to talk with, Kaoru because she's like worried about Kenshin. And Megumi is like leaving. I don't know where she's going. This is some of the clinic, but I don't know where she's going back to the clinic over there in Tokyo, or she's going to a clinic in Kyoto. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, isn't Megumi from? No, she's not. Oh yeah, Misao was going on. I don't call leader now. I was like, yeah, no one's calling you that. I guess that's the end of all that I can say. Good episode. Good episodes all around. I guess really quick with Daima, not to hold you. I guess the one thing we can just bring on this is the one thing we can end on here. Goma's transformation was kind of underwhelming. What?
Well, it's the weird thing about this, in my opinion, is that suddenly we have something I've never seen in Dragon Ball before, which is three powers at play. I mean, the tournament power, obviously, we have like a lot of powers at play, but it's pure chaos in some ways. But it was a tournament, so you kind of expect that kind of environment from a free-for-all tournament. But in this case, we have like 3 different parties that are going on instead of the typical 2 that you see in Dragon Ball.
3. Iransu and Goma. Wait, are you counting Ku and Du as a separate? Because like Degasu was taken care of really quickly, so I wouldn't consider him like a party in this.
Right.
I can see why you would, but at the same time, I wish he had been around a lot longer. It seems kind of interesting. I guess we could talk about Degasu really quick. It's interesting that Degasu's plan was revealed, was very one note, and then he was defeated. That seemed like a bit of disrespect on his part. Like I guess maybe they didn't have time to deal with Degasu, because like I mean, regardless of like what he was trying to do, it was kind of made obvious what he was trying to do. Also, I want to point out too, you said that girl was him transformed. I'm so glad I stuck with my guns there.
Yeah, you did, and it turned out to be completely true. It's just weird that they drag her out of nowhere like that.
I mean, here's the thing. I definitely did say that she wasn't him, but I also did throw out the idea that she might have been some third party that was thrown into here. That was wrong. She was just some random girl that Degasu drug up off the street, apparently, and decided wanted to pay her money to get an eye. Is what she did. Is what she was there for.
And that seems to be the only thing he did to try to get that eye too.
Yeah, and she didn't get her. Well, she did get something in return because Goma decided to let her have whatever was inside the vault, apparently, and she took real good advantage of that. I guess I think I've said this before. I think I'll keep on reiterating it. I don't know if this is just Japan, at least with Akira. I've noticed a recurring theme with women in his particular brand of show. If they're pretty, they're gold diggers. I mean, I guess except for Ransu. She's pretty, but she's not a gold digger.
Almost not a gold digger. Neither's Chi-Chi.
No, Chi-Chi is.
She's a gold digger? She married Goko.
She spends so much time complaining about money.
She's... Because they don't have a lot, and she's the only responsible one in there, and she's trying to, like...
She's still complaining a lot about money.
But she's not a gold digger. A gold digger is someone that goes after a husband that has a ton of money.
Okay, let me rephrase then with that, because I don't mean gold digger then. When it comes to women in this show, especially when they're really attractive, usually there's always a money. I guess that not all the times, because I mean Bowman breaks that trend. But it always seems to be some really weird money component attached to them with their character, and it's really freaking weird. Because like you got Android 18, she like I mean I guess she isn't all that concerned with money, but when she was first introduced, it seemed like a lot. She was very what's the word? Very like item focused.
Okay.
I don't know how anybody to put that. It's like she seems like
she wanted to go clothes shopping and stuff, but
she liked a lot of physical things in terms of like she liked having clothes and like stuff like that. Like it seemed, I don't know. It just like a lot of times when I get introduced a girl in this particular show, at least from what I noticed, there always seems to be some really weird attachment with her in it, and it's like I don't understand why they keep doing it.
There's an exception to that rule too, though. There's Launch.
I don't know if I mean consider launching anything because she doesn't really show up all that often.
She speaking,
she likes money, and she likes to steal it. She's still got an attachment to money.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like really the only person I would say that really beats this is Aransu, but it's like she's a villain, so it's just like I guess I don't know if I would consider her. I only realized that. I guess you'll find this funny before we end off here. I only just recently started realizing that Aransu was attractive. And you would not believe where this information came to me.
Okay.
Team 4-Star, two of the people who work for them are reacting to this show, are like talking about giving reviews, and they bring up the fact that Aransu is really hot. It's like, and I sat there like, you know what? You're right. And I didn't even pick up any of that information. I was just like, she reminded me too much of a character from Dragon Ball Xenoverse, a game I was playing a long time ago. That I was too focused on that to even I realized that her physical attributes, she was actually really freaking pretty. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. I'm not gonna get into specifics of what they said, but like they're on like Team 4-Star Bento or something, or 4-Star Bento, and they're actually reviewing this show on there. And it was like interesting to hear that. I was like, oh, like that's not something I was thinking about, because I don't normally look at Dragon Ball for attractive women. Then they're saying that there aren't. They're just like, I don't normally look at Dragon Ball and see that. But it was an interesting thing to bring that into perspective. I was like, oh, there are really pretty girls in here. I didn't really think about it.
I guess the female angels from Dragon Ball Super also could care less about money.
Yes, that is right. Whis' sister is just as conniving as Whis'.
But she doesn't care about money at all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I mean, but I'm really stretching at that point.
Like, I guess I'm gonna stress this a little bit more. It's not that it's like specifically just money. It's like whatever reason when they introduce a female character, So there's some
Mhm.
really weird quirk with her, and it's not like the normal, usual anime quirk. It's like something dealing with either that she's superficial or something along those lines. Like she's
Mhm.
never like just a usual girl. Every now and then they'll throw them in there. Like when Krillin dated Marin. Weirdly enough, though, she was dumb, and I don't completely understand why they did that to Krillin. Poor Krillin. Um, the blonde chick that was into Gohan for a hot minute, and then Gohan didn't pursue her because he pursued Videl. I guess Videl isn't interested in the money.
Yeah, Vidal could care less about money. That's a good example.
So I guess there is Videl in the Rainsu. And I guess Android 18 could fit in there too, because it's not like that's her main prerogative. She just wanted to live in a house, without living Master Roshi pervert all over her. Which is an interesting thing to think about. Like Master Roshi liked having Android 18 around because he could look at her,
Mm.
and she realized that really quickly. But I guess with that, we're gonna end here. I don't know if there's anything else I could say. Oh, I did. Did you notice that like Goma's uniform when he was in the big form, muscular form, he kind of looked like a Pride Trooper from Dragon Ball Super, the guys from Universe 11, specifically Topo and Jiren. Like his uniform colors actually kind of really weirdly enough matched their uniform.
Right.
Somebody actually brought that up, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I think I did pick up on that. Um, anything important? Anything important? I think there is. Next episode, clearly, we only got like 4 episodes left for Dragon Ball's Daima, so I'm guessing things are going to pick up really quickly from here on out because Goma is got the third eye and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the same thing maybe for Kenshin as well. In the last 2 episodes of Dragon Prince, so these shows are reaching. I guess they're expected in at some point. And I think My Hero's supposed to come back in fall of this year, so it'll be like a long period. Let them find something else to watch in the meantime, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I guess with that, we're gonna end this here. See you guys next week, like usual. Stay
See you.
calm.
Shout out to Brazil. Sorry we're starting trade wars with you.
Like I said, Barry, I'm sorry to every country that's about to be in the